people, when they hear about band, they think of band geeks, marches, concerts, and maybe even tubas. They probably don't know about a lot of the hard work that goes into being a part of these marches, concerts, and being a band geek. The effort of carrying, cleaning, and playing those instruments. To have something that so many people like me put their time and effort into. So today I'm going to tell you about how I got my instrument, my connection with it, and also why music is important to me. 3 years ago, while in the beginning of the school year, I had already been playing clarinet for the past 2 years, and I decided that I wanted to play another instrument, the saxophone. But finding my saxophone was not as easy as it seemed, and after a long hunt, and a couple of weeks later, we were finally successful in finding my instrument. My band teachers brought it in to me on the beginning day of band, and I fell in love with it at first sight. After finally learning how to completely play and care for my instrument, I was on my way with continuing my musical abilities. Now that I have told you about how I got my saxophone, I would like to tell you about why my saxophone is important to me. When I was younger, I always loved the way the saxophone sounded and looked in songs. I always wanted to play one, and to be able to play one on the beginning day of band was the greatest feeling for me, and it just carried me away. I fell in love with the sound of it and the way it felt as I held it, and to hear it sing its joyful little tune. Although it takes a lot for me to play and care for my instrument, musicians like me have to care for my instrument with a lot of loving, tender care. Keep expensive repairs up and maintain their instruments. But I am so grateful that I have my instrument. From playing in concerts to scholarships for school, and even to help motivate and encourage others to learn. It has and will continue to take me farther in my musical abilities. And lastly, music is important to me because I've always had it as a part of my life. From being a baby and hearing about how my parents danced with me to music, to growing up and singing since the age of 4 years old, beginning band and learning music theory. Although playing music isn't the only thing that is important to me, but listening to it as well. Music saves me from the crazy world that I live in, helps me relax and to focus on me for just a little bit. I basically hide away in my own little world with my music, and even if it's for just a little while. So before you think about marches and tubas, try to think about the connection the musician might have with their instrument, and the bond they have created with it. Think about the cost, work, and effort it takes to play those instruments, and that when playing by themselves or even with a big group, they can create something musical and maybe even magical.